Good evening, good morning to everyone. We are now on diary entry number 802 from the diary of Saint Faustina Kowalska. So, 802 is almost a third, no? Almost one-third. Wala pang one-third now, but we're nearing a third of the whole diary. And we have been doing this for more than 2 years. So, matatapos naman siguro bago ang lahat-lahat, matatapos naman siguro. We hope that we would be able to finish and then repeat. Kasi it is dynamic. The content of the diary is dynamic. Depende sa lens na ginagamit mo anytime, every time, no? So, for diary entry number 802, what does it say? It was December 10, 1936. I got up earlier today and made my meditation before Holy Mass. Holy Mass is at 6 o'clock here. After Holy Communion, my spirit was drowned in the Lord as in the sole object of its love. I felt absorbed by His omnipotence. When I came back to my private room, I felt sick and had to lie down at once. The sister brought me some medication, but I felt bad all day. In the evening, I tried to make a holy hour, but I could not do so. All I could do was unite myself with the suffering Jesus. Disyembre 10, 1936. Maaga akong gumising ngayon at nagnilay bago ang banal na misa. 6:00 ng gabi ang banal na misa dito. Pagkatapos ng banal na komunyon, ang aking espiritu ay nalunod sa Panginoon bilang tanging sentro ng pag-ibig nito. Naramdaman kong nakalubog ako sa kanyang kapangyarihan. Nang bumalik ako sa aking pribadong silid, hindi naging mabuti ang aking pakiramdam at kinailangan kong agad na mahiga. Dinala ako ng gamot ng kapatid na madre. Subalit, hindi pa rin naging mabuti ang aking pakiramdam sa buong araw. Pagkagabi, sinikap kong magbanal na oras, subalit hindi ko magawa. Ang tanging ko lamang magagawa ay ipagkaisa ang aking sarili sa nagdurusang Jesus. Okay, bakit kaya nagdasal naman, Nag-meditate pa before Holy Mass. Sumimba. And she said she was filled. Her spirit after Holy Communion was drowned, nalunod sa Panginoon. And so despite that, bakit nakaramdam pa rin siya ng panghihina? So supposedly, lalakas siya kasi nakakuha siya ng lakas from God. So this is what happened, I think. Sa akin lang po ito. You can believe me or you can have your own reasons. Pero ako tingin ko, natatalo siya nung lakas ng spiritual, yung downpour of spiritual grace. Natatalo siya yung physical body natatalo sa lakas. Imagine, before the Holy Mass, napaka-powerful na ng misa. Tapos may communion pa, Iba rin yung power niyan. Before that, nag-meditate. And so what I think happened was that, natalo ng lakas na yon. Kasi omnipotence, nakita niyo, I felt absorbed by His omnipotence. So, napaka-omnipotent, napaka-makapangyarihan. And the body, mahina na kasi yung katawan niya, frail na siya, talagang, hindi naman talaga siya strong. I mean, physically, kasi talagang may sakit naman na siya. So, yung hina ng katawan niya, natatalo ng lakas ng kapangyarihan ng Panginoon. Kung kaya, hindi siya, dahil natalo yung kanyang physical body, she felt sick. So, kahit tayo, when what we do is only pray without doing anything aside from praying. Nasubukan nyo yan, manghihina din kasi nga natatalo natatalo yung physical body noong lakas ng kapangyarihan ng Panginoon. Natatandaan niyo si Moses when she saw God sa pamamagitan ng burning bush. Halos ano siya, no, mabulag. No, talagang hindi niya kinayan tingnan because napakamakapangyarihan ng liwanag, nakabubulag yung liwanag. At kailangan niya ng medyo distansya. Hindi talaga siya pwedeng lumapit because kung susubukan niyang lumapit, para siyang maaabo. Yung, ganun talaga yung magiging anon mo, no? Yung magiging pakiramdam mo. No? Okay, another example. Kung mababa lang ang voltage, you can, pag nag-ground ka, no? Yung ground, ordinary ground, no? Okay lang, para ka lang, oops, ganun lang. But you try to touch the live wire, not the ground, no? You try to touch the live wire, mas matindi yun, talagang mapapatalong ka doon. Now, tamaan ka ng kidlat. Ilang voltahe yun? Sunog ka. Walang mangyayari sa'yo. You will be burned. So, I think that was the reason why Faustina was becoming weak, no? She felt sick despite praying. Talagang natatalo na yung ano. So, ibig sabihin, hindi siya gagaling. So, ibig bang sabihin, yung kapangyarihan yun ng Panginoon ay hindi kayang pagalingin ng katawan. Kayang pagalingin ng mga selebrasyong ito, ng mga ritual na ito, katulad ng Holy Communion, ng Holy Mass, kaya niyang pagalingin ang katawan natin. Kaya lang, kailangan din natin ng balanse. Parang ganito, subukan mo na huwag kang kumain, puro ka lang dasal. The body will not stand. Yung gutom ka talaga, no? Kahit sabihin pa ni Jesus na kahit sabihin pa ni Jesus na man does not live by bread alone. Pero kung hindi ka kakain, mamamatay ka. So, kailangan mo rin syempre ng balanse, no? Kung nagpa-fasting ka, kailangan may balance yan. At some point, papakiramdaman mo yung katawan mo na kailangan na ng katawan mo. Kasi iba ang pagkain ng katawan natin. Iba ang pagkain ng kaluluwa. Ngayon, the soul is overwhelmed. The spirit is overwhelmed. Ang problema nun, yung katawan is not that ready, no, to receive such grace. No? Kasi nga mahina na. So, kapag nagpa-fasting ka, wala din. No? Subukan mo. 1 year kang mag-fasting, di ba? So, hindi ubra. Kailangan talaga, at some point, you feed the body. So, si Faustina kasi talagang, hindi na kasi, di ba, nadaanan natin yan, no? Hindi na mahalaga sa kanya kung magagaling pa siya o hindi. She was not praying for her to get well. So, she would just offer her suffering for the souls. So, that was the reason why, wala na siyang, alam mo na wala na siyang gana, wala na siyang interest pa na i-sustain yung life, the physical life, no? The life within the body. Kaya, she would really felt sick, no? Hindi kasi nga kumbaga nagko-kontra na siya. Sobra-sobra na yung lakas ng spiritual grace, ng kapangyarihan ng Panginoon na bumababa sa kanya. Alam na niya kasi kung paano i-access yun eh. Yun nga lang, mas magiging compatible yan kapag spirit na siya. Wala na siya sa physical body. No, ganun po. Kasi very subtle yan. The energy, kasi very subtle yan eh. No? The power of God, no? Sino ang tawag dyan? Who can stand the power of God? No one. No? Pero, kapag na-transform ka na, no, wala ka na sa physical body mo, mas kaya mo nang lumapit sa Panginoon. Mas kaya mo nang lumapit sa Diyos. Hindi ka na masusunog. No? Kasi nga, may compatibility na kayo. Yung physical body mo kasi, wala na sa'yo. So, you are already spirit. Kung kaya, diba, yun nga mga nangamamatay, diba? Yun ang time na nakikita na nila ang Diyos. Kasi nga, they are in the spiritual body na. Wala na sila sa physical body. So, that's the reason why So, ganon, no? We try to strike the balance. Now, while we are here on earth, we try to strike the balance. Kailangan ng katawan natin ng pagkain. Okay, pakainin yan. Pero ipakain mo sa katawan mo malinis, masustansya. Now, if you feed your body with junk food, hindi pa rin ikaw magiging compatible doon sa kapangyarihan ng Diyos. No? You cannot unite yourself with God kapag madumi. Kasi nga, diba? You have to be spotless. Kapag may isang tuldok na dumi sa katawan mo, in any of your body, the physical, the mental, the emotional, and the spiritual bodies, kapag kahit may isang speck lang dyan, hindi na yung compatible with God. So, i-reject na yan. That is why we need to purify. We need sufferings to purify. We're not praying for more sufferings. Let the Lord decide what sufferings are meant for us. No? Huwag na nating i-invoke pa, okay, give mo Lord more sufferings. No, huwag na siguro. No? Kasi the body also deserves to have comfort. No? Comfort in the sense na, yun nga, pinapakain mo siya. Hindi naman pwedeng all throughout ay puro suffering. So, let that be a lesson. Let us strike the balance between spirituality and in the material world, itong physical world natin. Please like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Fount of Mercy, flowing unceasingly to heal humanity.